Hello, fellow gamers. Welcome back to another episode of Super Monday Night Combat. So you are here with Kelldal, and we are going to be jumping into this game. And so right now I'm waiting to see kind of what my other team is picking out. So it looks like I'm going to try out Gunner this round. We do have a combat girl on our team, so that would be good to heal me as an enforcer playing Gunner. So we'll go ahead and get right into this game. Not sure what our fifth member is going to be. We've got 3 people on the other team that seem to have locked in already.
It's Monday Night Combat. I'm your host, Gigi Stack. With me here is my co-host.
Alright, so it looks like we are playing in the Grenade 3 arena. So this is kind of a different arena from some of the other ones since the lanes are so far apart. It's kind of like a giant circle with a lane on each side of the circle going to the other side. So as Gunner, I usually end up leveling up my offense first to upgrade the damage from my minigun, and then I start working on defense, and then my lock-on missile ability. So Gunner has 3 abilities, just like all the other pros, and the first one, which you'll see me use in just a second here as I start shooting my minigun up at the opposing Megabeth up there, is the missile that I just fired there. So it locks on after a certain amount of time that you've been aiming at a opposing pro, and it fires on a missile that homes in on them. So that second ability there was my ground pound. It's really good to use against bots or to knock off pros if they are close to the edge of an arena, because it has a kind of an area of effect damage there, so it's really good to kind of kill a group of bots, and it also stuns them, stopping them from doing too much damage. So we are pushing this lane, so it is me and a combat girl, which is a really good combination, kind of like a heavy medic type pairing here. Combat girl is able to heal me up while I've got my minigun doing quite a bit of damage, and I have quite a bit of health to take quite a few beatings. So we easily take out some of these other team, but it's kind of getting a lot of pressure here, so I was able to stay alive long enough to teleport back and level up my skills a little bit. So there you can see again leveling up my defense and then my lock-on ability. As you level up that lock-on ability, it will actually decrease the amount of time that it takes to lock on, so you can really kind of fire it off really quickly. So it's really good to kind of get that leveled up. It's good for damage. It also knocks them back a little bit, especially if they are mid-air when they get hit. So if you kind of get lucky or you get a good shot off, you can actually knock some pros off as well with that lock-on. And it's also really good to kind of cause pros to retreat, because they'll see that coming for them, and then they'll go for cover because it locks on and will hit them no matter what, unless they end up getting back around the side of a wall or something, so they have to duck and cover. So really good to kind of toss that ability out there and then let them retreat while you focus on killing bots and leveling up. Alright, so the third ability, which you'll see me use in a little bit, is a kind of a turret ability. So you turn yourself into an immobile turret. So you lock yourself in place. It kind of increases your accuracy for your minigun and your range for your lock-on for your missiles. Makes it so that you can't get headshots, which is really nice since you can't move, and you kind of have limited view, so you can't turn all the way around. You only have like a 180 degree of view in front of you that you can look at, but it is really good. It puts a armor buff around you, so your armor will actually start regenerating while you're in this mode, as well as any teammates that are within that section. So here we start getting there, so I move into that turret, so you can see those little yellow shields. That's within my shield buffing range, so it's really good to kind of have all my bots are getting hit by that turret, so I'm not too worried about it, and I'm able to put in a lot of damage on that turret and the opposing chestin that was on the other side there. Alright, so our bots started getting taken out, so I backed off a little bit, came out of that turret mode. And you definitely need to keep an eye on the other pros because they can easily come up behind you and start doing a lot of damage to you, and you're going to have to go through that animation of coming out of the turret. Alright, so the secondary weapon that they have that you could see me using right there is kind of a grenade launcher. So Gunner has this grenade launcher that you can kind of, or mortar that you can launch kind of area of effect explosions out. Really good for hitting up groups of bots or kind of getting shots out that have a little bit more of an arc to it. Alright, so this Cheston doesn't really know what he's doing. He keeps charging in, thinking his rampage is going to do a lot of damage to me, and I end up just repelling him back there. Really good technique if you have a Cheston that's putting a lot of pressure is grapple them. It's going to end their rampage. It'll do damage to them, and it's the best defense that you can really do unless you can easily retreat, so that way you don't take any damage from that rampage. Alright, so over here, the Annihilator is up, but I don't want to get it quite yet, because if you notice right there, there is a ejector that is on there, so I go ahead and hit the ejector, because I notice that there is actually no one going for the Annihilator right now, but if I went down to get that Annihilator, someone could easily hit the ejector and get me off. So I go ahead and use it up so no one can use it against me, and I get that Annihilator. So that's a really good tactic on this map. If you have a teammate that's working with you, you can let them kind of sit on that ejector button while you go down and have them hit it right before you go down, so that way it can't be used against you. Or wait for the other team to end up going down and use the ejector on them and then go in right after they end up getting that kill. Alright, so I notice the assassin's low health, so I hopped down there. Turret was kind of distracted, so I was able to get that kill. And hop back up to reload. You'll notice Gunner has a very, very, very long reload time. So you want to make sure that when you're reloading, keep an eye on your ammo, so that way you don't have to actually end up reloading when you're in the heat of battle. And there's plenty of space for you to kind of sit around and hide while you're getting that reload off. Alright, so we're doing pretty well against the other team. Me and the Combat Girl are kind of top of the charts on our team. It's based on the amount of money that you are getting and your level. So I noticed this assassin is just kind of wailing away at the turret, so I can easily go around and get a kill off, get some XP and money. They weren't paying attention to what was going on. And back to pushing this lane back. Alright, so I had to reload my gun there, so I went ahead and switched to my mortar so I can put some more pressure. And then I ended up reloading and switching back to my minigun. Alright. Get rid of that Cheston. Alright, so now that I've gotten my offensive capabilities up to level 4, your minigun changes to a double barrel minigun. So increases the damage quite a bit. Hop in here and take out that turret. And the Cheston's back. Put a lot of pressure on him while I'm in that turret mode. Not too worried about my health because I'm at full health and my armor's constantly regenerating. And we're able to push forward quite a bit here. So we're at the next turret, so go ahead and activate my turret mode and take this down quite quickly. Make sure none of those bots are coming out from the side and taking out our group of bots. So you notice there, the enemy veteran tried to grapple me. I was in my turret mode, so it didn't matter. Cheston tried to come around and do some melee damage, so I go ahead and get out, hit my left shift ability, my ground pound, and knock him right off the arena for a kill. Alright, so I gotta reload all my weapons here. So go ahead and stick off to the side, make sure I'm not taking any damage. Reload, level up. Clear out all these bots for a little bit more XP and money, and let our bots push through. Alright, and activate my juice to really push in here, get rid of all these pros here, so that way our bots can put in a lot of pressure on that last turret. I got an assassin jumping all around here. Alright, so we got to back off a little bit. A lot of their team ended up to kind of back up that area. And I hear the Annihilator's getting back ready, so I'm coming back to check on the Annihilator, see what's going on, see if there's anyone down there. Doesn't look like there is. Level up really quick. So again, hit that ejector so that it can't be used against me. And I go ahead and hop on down. And unfortunately, it looks like the other team ends up moving in, seeing that Annihilator.
The following nervous breakdown is brought to you by
Alright, so it looks like our Carl was able to move in and get the Annihilator there. So luckily my team was able to back up that Annihilator and get it. So we go and push in quite a bit. Looks like our lane's almost all the way up to the money ball now, so we want to make sure that gets pushed through. Get rid of this assassin that's in over her head and move up with our bots. Alright, so I go ahead and head over here to help out the other lane, because I notice the shields are down on that turret, so I go ahead and go into my turret mode and try and take this thing out. That way our left lane can push in a bit more. Alright, and keep those pros back so that way our turrets can move through. So at this point, I ended up getting grappled all the way around to the back, so I just go ahead and stay here and fight to the death. For me running around there, I'm going to get hit by some of those rocket turrets, so I might as well keep all the pros back here in their spawn area, let our bots do as much damage as possible before I end up going down. And there goes the turret. There was about 3 guys that were trying to take me down, and in the process their turret went down because none of them went over to take out those bots. Alright, so I see a jackbot come out the left here, so I go ahead and follow it in, try and help it escort it in, because if that jackbot gets to the end there, that's going to do a lot of damage. I know that left turret is still up near the money ball. This jackbot is going to do a lot of damage to it and help take it down, and then hopefully we'll be able to win the game right after this. Alright, so their money ball goes down. Again, I still see that turret up, but our jackbot is coming in right to the end there, so we just need to push those pros back, get that jackbot in there. So I go ahead and activate my turret mode. The other team is coming in quite a bit, but my jackbot is kind of helping me out, keeping those pros back. Here I start taking a lot of damage, so I try to get out, but it's a little bit too late. I should have started getting out of that sooner. Alright, so I want to get back to the money ball as quick as possible, so I go ahead and just go straight across the arena here. So Gunner has a little short jetpack. You can see the charge on the right next to my skills and my money. And back up this other jackbot that we've got at the end here. Bring their money ball back down. Once we can get some of our bots in there, and there it goes. And we've got another jackbot coming in on the other side, so it looks like it is endgame for the Icemen.
A bot delivers the killing blow to an Iceman.
Alright, so here goes the money ball. Go into that turret mode and just sit on the money ball as it goes down. Alright, so there you have it, folks. So there's a little bit of gameplay with Gunner in Super Monday Night Combat. Pretty good, easy character to play there. If you want to kind of get used to the game, you want to be more of an offensive person rather than a support, I would definitely recommend playing Gunner or another Enforcer. They're pretty easy to kind of jump into and get the hang of the game and do quite a bit of damage as well with all of those bullets that you can spray out of that minigun. Alright, so thanks for joining me on this episode of Super Monday Night Combat, and we'll catch you later on my next episode when I check out one of our other pros in this game. Thanks for watching.